Welcome back to World Predictions. Today is Tuesday, March 18, 2025, and I am Jacine, also known as Tempest Trade, your oracle for these predictions. Let's begin. We have agriculture as the first card to come out. We have reef with news broadcast. News broadcast was also mentioned in the March 16 prediction. This time it came out with reef though. We have countdown and map that came out together. So agriculture is going to be important. Reef is probably going to be in the news. There's going to be some type of event occurring with reefs. And then we also have countdown and map. So maybe a countdown to a location, a countdown to reach a destination. Maybe there's still ways to go on a destination on a map. Or a map is going to be revealed. We have boat and train. Okay, so agriculture encompasses production, livestock, forestry, natural resources. And since we have boat and train, agriculture is kind of the main highlight. So honorable mentions, because these fell out while I was just mixing the cards. It wasn't an intentional pull, which is the reason why I'm going to put this back in, but we have Asia and getting sloppy. I'm going to put it back in the deck, but just an honorable mention. Now it would be interesting if Asia really is getting sloppy in their agriculture department. Since we have transportation, maybe this is something involving worldwide agriculture transportation. And maybe something is going to make the news about this. Something that's affecting this chain. But we have defense and we have stop. Then it's either a stop or a reasoning that defense is only required to stop something. Like if something can't stop on its own, then you are required to utilize force and stop something in the form of defense. But we have secret and we have October and demographic. So the secret involves a specific demographic or certain demographics in the month of October. I mean, we also have countdown as a card. So a countdown to October. Is anything significant happening in October? But we also have agriculture. So maybe a countdown to the autumn, the harvest season. Harvest season. That something is going to happen during harvest season. We also had Asia that came out as an honorable mention. Again, too many cards. I don't want to take this. I don't want to continue taking too many cards. We have truth with meeting and clues. Okay, maybe I'll keep it because truth, meeting, and clues. We have secret in October with the demographic. And we are getting truth about a meeting. We are receiving clues about this meeting. Is it a meeting in October? Or is it a meeting about something that might happen in October? We have prefecture. Doesn't Asia have prefectures? Yes, China has prefectures, which are second level administration division below provinces and include various types of prefecture level cities, autonomous prefectures, and loops. So should I have taken that Asia card? We have rock slide, landslide that fell out again. That was in the predictions for March 16 as well. Again, these world predictions are not for the day that I am reading. For example, today is March 18th. I am not doing, which I should. I should do one, which is world predictions for today. And then one, which is predictions across all time. So I wonder if there's a difference if you target the questions. We have storm. And if I'm following the theme of agriculture, transportation, then a storm in October would be a news broadcast worthy situation, especially since we also have boat, train, and reef out here as well, along with a rock landslide. This could indicate some type of intentional planning since we have meeting secret and truth. So something is going on behind the scenes. The question is the secret meeting, is the secret the meeting? Like, is that what's secret? And if so, is the secret meeting about agriculture? And then we have meteor out again. So we have 3 cards out from the previous day, and again, these could be all irrelevant to the prior day's predictions, but a meteor might be significant. Honorable mentions because it fell out while I was just mixing. We have hurricane and we have explosion. And I was just talking about how October is the perfect storm season for shipping containers, essentially. And since hurricane and explosion came out, it's kind of giving me the feeling that there might be a shipment in October. And it might hit a hurricane, or it might get damaged due to a hurricane and then cause an explosion. But again, honorable mentions, I put them back into the deck. We have time, and right behind that we have good deed, and it's kind of like flipped. It's kind of like flipped in reverse with the time, and then flipped over with good deed. So this is giving me the feeling that good deeds can happen all the time, that maybe all it takes is a good deed to turn things around. Maybe the secret in October is a meeting, and it is a good deed. Maybe this is just evidence that a good deed will be done. And there are good deeds done all the time. But we also have countdown. So maybe it's only a matter of time before a good deed is done. These two flung out together. Ooh. We have deleted and death that has come out together, which is really interesting, because a deletion is very much like a death. So is this like AI? Or is this saying how, does this mean that when you delete something, it's considered putting an end to it? Something is going to be deleted, and in deleting it, it's going to put a stop to it. Oh, just like the stop and the defense. It's interesting how these cards like fall out together and they connect. We have news article, news broadcast, news article. So something is definitely going to be exposed and put out in the open. It could be something about the secret in October about a demographic. It could be this meeting that's going to reveal clues and reveal the truth. It could be a news article about a rock slide, a news article about a storm, about something occurring in a prefecture, possibly in Asia. Maybe agriculture is going to take a big hit come October. Or maybe agriculture is going to turn around with this time and good deed. Maybe we have disappearance. Again, interesting because we have delete, death, and the news article that came out after that. So maybe there's going to be a news article that is only going to circulate for a short amount of time and then it's going to be deleted. Maybe the news article will revolve death and disappearances. We have drought and we have December. Drought came out in the March 16 prediction as well. So maybe there's going to be a drought come December. This could be October and December of this year, next year, previous years. We have stop. There's a lot of foreboding cards. What are we supposed to be stopping? Are we supposed to be stopping something, or is something going to come to a stop? Ooh. And we have miracle and unexplained. So maybe some type of miracle or unexplained event is going to take place. Maybe that's going to be something that's televised and broadcasted. Maybe that's going to be something that is written in articles, televised, broadcast. Then we have X-ray. If we are speaking about transportation and agriculture, things do need to pass through scanners in order to go through customs. So maybe something is going to be X-rayed. Maybe an X-ray is going to be significant in some way. But X-ray is also seeing through things, and we're talking about secrets being revealed or secrets being kept. Honorable mention, age 81 to 90. I mean, that fits with the X-ray. Maybe someone is going to get an X-ray done and they are in the age range of 81 to 90. I just realized that public was underneath the miracle and unexplained. So I guess some miraculous event or an unexplained event is going to become public. Maybe someone or something is trying to put a stop to a miracle or an unexplained situation being revealed to the public. Ooh, that's too many. I'm not taking all that. But honorable mentions, because these flung out. We have help, aid, Arctic Ocean, age 36 to 40, age 66 to 70. So maybe some people are going to get stranded in the Arctic Ocean. That would be really crazy shiz if a storm blows people way off course. And then we have birth. I mean, if we're talking about transportation, ships do make birth. We have Middle East. So maybe something is happening in the Middle East, or something will happen or has happened. We have age 11 to 15. So that could be a person or people, age range 11 to 15, or it could be a time frame of 11 to 15 years. We have age 46 to 50. Again, that could be people, age 46 to 50, or it could be a time frame, 46 to 50 years. Then we have magnetic field and speech. So maybe something is happening with magnetic field. I mean, we have X-ray out here. Our magnetic fields do help control our navigation, or do help control our navigation. And if our pole is shifting, then doesn't that affect our navigation? And if our navigation is affected, then our basic agriculture, our basic means of survival is affected. And I know that could be very drastic and dramatic, but all it really takes is just a very simple imbalance to screw everything up. And then we have powered. As an honorable mention, I'm not taking it because I wasn't intentionally shuffling, but we have powered. Then we have celebration. So I guess there's going to be cause for celebration, or maybe a type of celebration is going to be televised. Then we have finance and social media. That's interesting because our current cabinet, the USA's current leading political figures, do control social media and finance on a mass scale. And then we have age 26 to 30. Again, people 26 to 30 years old, or a time frame of 26 to 30 years. And then we have Pacific Islander and Native Hawaiian. We do have demographic out here. We have a lot of people or age ranges. So maybe Pacific Islanders can be important. But we have right, reaction, remote. We have app, and it fell out on the social media. So definitely something about the social media apps. And finance. Maybe this is a call to stop putting money into the social media apps. And then we have famine that came out. Then we have Southern Ocean, more water. We have another countdown card that came out, except this one came out with hurricane. October is storm season. And then we have help aid. That came out as an honorable mention I put back in, but it was help aid with Arctic Ocean and the age range. Multiple stops with defense. Oh, Jesus. Remote. Remote with drone. I think that's all I'm going to pull because we have a lot of cards out. We have drone with remote. Someone is going to be operating a drone. And then we have multiple stops with defense. This gives me the feeling that there's going to be multiple pushback, like tower defense, wave after wave, so multiple stops. We also have countdown on hurricane. So especially with the October demographic secret and the countdown map, especially with the news and the broadcast with Reef, maybe something is going to happen involving a hurricane, and we will need to send help. It might take place in the Southern Ocean. We also have the social media apps and finance. So possibly being more aware of finances and social media and apps. Maybe pulling back your own investment. Maybe just being more wiser about how you invest your time and your finances in social media and apps. We also have the magnetic field and speech. Transportation and communications, especially with the social media and the finance and the apps. If our technological advancements of navigation undergoes changes or new learning curves because our poles are shifting, that would definitely change the magnetic field. And communications is already difficult as it is with the speech, especially with the social media and finance. It's like pay to play. We also have the deleted with the X-ray, or the deleted with the death. This world prediction is giving me the feeling of communications, navigation, and of course agricultural production. And when I say navigation, I also mean like travel, the cooperation to travel, and also nature. How we have to travel against the elements in order to reach our destination. So something could happen in October to December as a time frame. Maybe with the X-ray, we are being asked to keep our eyes open and pay attention. But also with X-ray, it seems as though there's still going to be a lot of things hidden, intentionally hidden, and then a lot of things coming to light, especially with all the news broadcast and news article cards out, along with the X-ray and the social media, and with the remote drone. Things are going to be monitored and watched. But ultimately, I do see good deed and celebration out here too. So even though it looks as though times are tricky, it looks as though there's still good things to celebrate and good deeds to be done. But honestly, I would keep an eye on the time frames of October to December, the storm seasons, and keep an eye on news broadcasts and news articles, possibly about disappearances, deaths, births, rock slides, storms, hurricanes, and then the locations: Middle East, Pacific Islander Native Hawaiian, Prefecture, and Reef, and Southern Ocean. Well, this is definitely a lot to ponder.